two in one. Hello, Takaho. Welcome back to the show, Everything Under the Sun, where we talk about everything and nearly anything under the sun. Welcome back to the show with the internet's busiest people because we take breaks every few weeks, and because it is good for you, it is good for your health, it is good for your brain to take breaks. It is not good to work and stay working.
I mean, technically, this
although
is
we're not
our
working.
work.
Yeah, full-time job.
I mean, if you could call it work.
Full-time content creators.
Out of it. But that's not the topic of today. Today we're talking about a very near and dear topic.
To our
A
tiny
topic
hearts.
that's very near and dear to our hearts. Quite literally, in the sense that we're talking about samtong. If you're not Cantonese or if you're not Chinese, that basically translates into
Cry.
heartbreak. And
Sadness.
yeah, it's a very real thing, and it's a very I don't know.
Interesting.
I don't really know what's going with that. But yeah,
Exciting.
we're talking about heartbreak
Yes.
today.
Some tone.
Heartbreak.
Samtong.
Samtong.
Your some got tongue before,
Samtong.
not.
I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah. I think for this I have to turn on my red lights because it has to be very
Solemn.
sad and like
No? Red
actually,
is like angry.
is red sad?
no.
Red's not sad, right?
Red stands for like, yeah. Blue is sad.
Blue is sad.
Light blue.
Okay. But I don't think blue would work with my thing. So I think it's
Means
fine. We just go
psychology.
with red.
You know, like Malaysia, once we
Mm.
hit 20k, right, they changed everything to blue. You know?
Yeah.
Sad, bro.
Dude, you know that
Sadness.
they're talking about turning into an endemic. Like we instead of looking at it as a pandemic, right, as a thing that can kill people, they're actually thinking that I think maybe we should start living with the virus.
I mean, there's nothing you can do about it, lah. It's really there, ma. You know.
There's nothing you can do about it. Yes, but it's like if you're gonna treat it as endemic and you're starting to like loosen regulations, don't you think like that's gonna come that out of that
of
is gonna
course.
pop up more variants? You
Of
know what I mean?
course. Yeah.
Like the same way like Delta came out, and all that.
Well,
So, okay, my lamp is flickering at the moment. So,
yeah. Heartbreak.
okay, wow, my lamp is
Samtong, your lamp is feeling it as well. Maybe your lamp has
yeah.
been broken in the bulb before.
The filament is broken.
Who hurt you, lamp? Who hurt
Who
you so
hurt
badly?
Exactly.
Probably
exactly.
Isaac. Or the what you been doing to your lamp, Isaac?
Nothing. I just leave it there and I turn it on and turn it off.
Abuse.
That's all that I do.
Sadness.
But yeah, today that was a very interesting
Introduction.
introduction. But I think but yeah, let's dive straight into it, right, guys? Have you been hurt in the cardiovascular muscle before?
I mean, 3 teenage boys, right? Like, what do you think the answer will be?
I think the answer might be no. But that's just purely speculation. Like,
Right.
I'm not an expert.
Right.
Yeah.
But I feel like among
Yeah.
the three of us, you're the expert.
Oh, whoa. Okay. That is a very lofty assumption, and I will not accept that. Thank you. But yeah, I think just to start it off, right? Like, I think let's just go with a yes or no question because I
Okay.
think that is a pretty easy way to start it off.
Yep.
Have you been hurt in the cardiovascular muscle? Yes, no. Shoot.
Yes.
I'll shoot first. Yes.
Okay, great. See,
It's not
it's a
going to take very long.
unanimous decision. We all agree.
Yes. Okay. What kind of brokenness do we feel though? From what?
Oh my god, you're going straight into it.
Yeah, bro.
No
He no
hold.
chill.
No hold. No wait, what?
No.
No hold. No strings. Just.
What are you talking
Balls to
about?
the
lah?
wall.
Why you
Are
so
you broken?
why are you so nervous today, Isaac? Do you have
I'm
a
not
lot to
nervous.
share about this topic?
I'm not nervous. You're nervous.
What?
No,
I am not nervous.
I'm okay. I'm very
Yeah.
okay. I'm just very energetic because I drank coffee. I know
Okay.
I said pre-recording that I was tired, but I'm not actually tired. I'm actually quite energetic now. I think it's the camera. It's the camera's fault. Thank you.
Okay. Cool. Jay, just to make it clear, we
Yeah.
are all singles here, right?
Okay.
We're not
Mm.
happily
That's
in
a
a
very
relationship.
okay. Good.
We
Go on,
are
go on.
just no. I mean, because it's important for the audience to sort of like
Yeah,
understand
yeah,
where we're
yeah.
coming from.
You gotta know
Right.
where we're coming from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Alright.
so yeah. I mean, for me,
Yeah.
I'm not
Mm.
looking to be in a relationship. I'm like cool, now right
No
where
one
I am right
asked.
now. You
No
know.
one asked, bruh. No
So
one asked.
so yeah, life's been good. Heartbreak
Life's been
has been
good.
something of the distant past. But today I
Distant
guess we're gonna what? What do you mean?
We're gonna
what's the word?
dig deep
Yeah.
and try and dig up some old stories.
Old hurts, old
Yeah.
bones that were left to rot
Exactly.
in the tomb.
Oh, you're rotting now. Okay. I thought we were okay. No, let's go. Let's go too. Yeah. Adrian, what about you? What is your current, according to Edison, brokenness?
Brokenness.
Your broken
I don't
meter. Your heartbroken
Your
meter.
Your brokenometer.
Then whack
You
lah.
know
What
how
you
like
doing
you have
today?
the thermometer, you know, brokenometer. Okay, thank you.
Okay.
I think that was quite funny.
Okay. Continue.
Brokenometer. I think I'm on the zero lah.
You're on zero.
I am happy with where I am now.
Oh, I thought zero
If you
means
were to
like
ask
totally
me.
broken.
Then no, but
Oh, shit, yeah.
brokenometer is like brokenometer is like 100. The higher it gets, no meh?
Oh, I don't know. That's why we have to establish, zero
You
meaning
know,
happy.
I don't know how this works.
So 100 meaning like totally broken. Is that what I mean? So on the brokenometer scale, you're on a zero.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I'm
Okay,
on
I'm not 0. Maybe like 5.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I think I'm around the same as you.
Right. Yeah. I think for me, my heartbreak has been something of the distant past as well. Yeah,
Let's
for sure.
let's,
Hell yeah.
let's define distant past, right? Because time is relative, correct?
Yeah, time is relative.
Time is relative. So
I can view a year as distant. I can view
a week
2
as
years
distant
as
past.
distant.
A
I
week
can view freaking 60 seconds
as
as
a distant past. Yeah. So what is your distant past? What do you mean when you say distant past?
I would mean 60 seconds.
So you just got your heart broken 60
Yeah,
seconds ago.
I get my heart broken every time. When I wake up, I look at the sky and I look at the ground
I see.
and I look at the water. And I
Why?
just get heartbroken.
I see you're full of
I'm a poet.
negativity.
I'm a poet. Thank you.
Okay. Well, but in all seriousness though, how high
I
are
won't
you
say
up
I
on
won't say the time
brokenometer?
frame,
Mhm.
but it was pretty recent, lah. Okay.
Okay.
For all of you normies out there who view time as, linear and
Nope. Marvel has established it's a circle, okay?
non-multifaceted and very, for those of you who have a very linear view of time and a very short view of time, it happened quite recently. Thank you.
Right. So
Mm.
okay, on like your brokenometer scale, correct? On the scale
Oh my God.
0 to 100.
We're still going with that.
What
Okay.
How would you rate your brokenness? Heartbrokenness. Your heartbreak.
I don't know. Like honestly, right now,
Mhm.
I'm probably a 0.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
But heartbreak
Going
happen-
strong.
happened
Right
so
now I'm a
recently.
0. I'm like Adrian. See, I'm like the both of you. I'm the both of you combined.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good.
I would say that I'm a 0 right now,
Mhm.
but I wasn't a 0 recently.
Right.
Mm.
And
Yeah.
and why is that? You want to tell us more about
Why is that?
what
I
happened?
don't know, man. Okay, how should I start this? Should I just go into should I just dive straight in, balls to the wall?
But do you just say
Sure,
balls to
man.
the walls?
Yeah. That's a figure of speech.
Oh.
It's urban lingo for all of you boomers out there. If you don't know what balls to the wall mean, it means
So you,
balls to the wall. Thank you.
okay. Sure.
Yeah.
So yeah,
But shall I? Do I have the liberty to dive into it?
go for
Straight
it, man.
up.
Go ahead, man.
Go ahead.
Okay.
The mic shows.
Sure. I think you know what, it'll be easier if you guys ask me questions and I can like, riff off of that. Because I think starting it is very
Okay.
starting is always the hardest part.
Okay, so basically, right, you've established that you have been heartbroken before. I mean, we all witnessed heartbreak, at least once in our teenage life, lah. Up to this point,
Not
right?
not once. I experience it every day.
At least once. Okay. Put your poet crap aside, okay? We're talking about facts, like heartbreak because of girl, okay?
Okay.
So-
Okay. So
Okay, maybe to-
so
maybe
to
to-
put it
Ah.
so to put it in context,
Yeah.
relationally lah. Okay.
Okay, relational heartbreak, okay?
Great,
Not
great,
some
great.
like poet. I see the sea is blue. I feel very blue. That kind of literature
Yeah,
kind of.
my curtains are blue, so I feel sad.
Yeah, okay. So maybe just to start it off, right? What is
Mm.
your, or maybe for you, Adrian, all of us to share, what was your worst like heartbreak experience? I guess, or what was your worst experience? I don't know.
Right.
Mm.
Worst experience. I think Adrian should go first because Adrian
In terms of heartbreak,
Adrian feels like no because on a scale of like least intense to very intense,
Oh,
I feel
yeah.
like yours is probably like not that intense, So
Yeah.
it's a good entry point,
yeah. I mean, it's important. It's important for our viewers and audience to sort of know. Also, I mean, if you're still watching up to this point after that chaotic
Oh my
intro,
god, it's been
about
10
like
minutes in and we still haven't talked about
yeah,
the topic.
about like our heartbreak story or your heartbreak story.
Yeah. Okay.
So go ahead,
on,
Adrian.
What did I say?
Tissue is ready.
Look,
What was your worst experience, lah? Or maybe just some context to like your
My story
your
lah,
sad
basically.
story. Sad story.
Yeah. Dig deep.
Dig deep. Okay. Well, I wouldn't say I've been okay lah. If I say I've never been hurt that badly or so, it doesn't make sense. But I think the one time where it was like quite bad lah, I would say.
Yeah.
I won't say time frame also. But
I think that's very important.
yeah, I shouldn't say time frame. This the girl basically I
Oh,
would
girl,
say-
not guy.
not a guy for now.
For now,
For
wow.
now.
Wow. Okay.
but the girl basically like went Mr. Invincible on me.
Oh,
What is that supposed to
And-
mean?
means
Ghosted.
Oh,
lah. Okay.
Oh,
My
okay,
God,
okay.
you boomer lah you.
I'm sorry, man. Like, maybe I am a boomer. Okay, continue. Sorry.
But yeah, I don't know. Like previously on like the like I forgot what episode lah. We talked about like high maintenance, low maintenance and shit.
Oh, that
I
was
said
who you were referring to.
no, yeah, I would say I am, but now I'm talking about myself. I
Oh,
would
no,
say
yeah,
last time I said I was low, but come to think of it, now I'm kind of high maintenance.
Oh shit.
But then like the whole story happened. Okay, so this is how it started. Okay,
Yeah.
obviously like you talk lah, right? Friends.
Right.
Then you vibe, and then
Right.
and then you start doing more things.
Choose your next words very carefully here.
Yeah. I'm choosing my words very wisely.
Because doing
And
more things a bit
then-
vague,
Doing more. No, it can be like maybe you start texting like
Ah.
1 week, like once every week, and then it can be like every day.
Good-
that can be like
good
more
lah.
things.
Yeah.
Good. Just,
Then imagine you
um,
start FaceTiming.
yeah.
Yeah. But I don't have Apple, so screw Apple.
Oh,
Android
oh,
for
oh.
life.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
man.
But
That was a personal insult. Thank you.
but then yeah lor, slowly it's like how like girls, right, when they like
Yeah.
if they have anything then they come to you, and like as like dudes you like, why is this girl only coming to me, not anyone else, that kind of thing.
Right.
Yeah.
And then you start a question lah. And then like when you ask like your friends, your close friends around you, they're like, oh yeah, maybe maybe it's this, maybe it's that. And then like you obviously decipher it yourself. But then I decipher it myself, but I never say anything. I never confess or say anything.
Yeah.
But how it ended is because this person just like stopped texting me for some apparent reason.
Right.
But
Right.
she did she did things like she called me when I don't know. She called me, like not at like, odd timings one.
Right.
And
Like 2, 3?
a normal
Sus.
no lah, not won't say 2, 3 lah.
The sus
Odd
hours.
timings as in like, there's no occasion and then you call me.
Oh,
Um,
right.
and
Like
then,
you never plan to call lah, right? Right.
And then this was like a super big thing lah.
Mm.
And apparently like words got around,
Mm.
and apparently in other people's eyes,
Mm.
in other people's heads, I was the one that weirded things out, and
Oh,
I was
shit.
forcing I was forcing her to come up with me, which was kind of stupid because two of you know me, and would I do that?
No.
I won't.
Yeah.
That's,
Dude,
that's,
you know
that's
what?
the thing.
Honestly, right, that a similar thing happened to me, but this is unrelated to the story that I'm gonna share later. But it's like always right. It's always the like when it's directed at you, right? It's always when it's always concerning. I don't want to come off as sexist here. Okay, I love women. I have a lot of women friends, but it's always like the girl gets the upper hand. You know, it's like they always
Obviously lah, yeah.
always the girl, right? They are always in the right, and then the guy is always perceived as the asshole. You know.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah, I can see.
Yeah,
I
that's
mean, I can see why you guys say
slowly-
that lah.
both of you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, I do know what you're talking about. Actually, do I know what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do know what you're talking about. Yeah, okay, continue.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, then like
let's go on.
slowly, I mean, okay, now we are on good terms lah. We still talk, but not as often.
Mm.
But then, after all that, then she said, "Oh, she was just being nice and things like that."
Right.
So, then, yeah lah, it wasn't pleasant lah, I would say. For a girl to play around with guys, and they say like guys are the assholes. Guys plays with girls' feelings.
Right.
Guys always don't want to give you attention. Guys always don't want to do this, do that. But when guys don't do that, then they say like, oh, boys are dicks. They always do this. They never give me attention one. Then when they give you attention, then the girls say, oh, so sorry, I was just being nice. Maybe I was just too flirty. Slap your head lah.
Wow, okay.
Dude,
But yeah.
dude,
Some
there's a
real raw
meme.
stuff.
There's a meme that's going on. That like it's like, oh, she's not nice to you. I mean, she's not flirting with you. She's just being nice. That kind of thing.
yeah.
It
Yeah,
happens all the
but
time.
that's my story. Okay, thank you. Your turn, Isaac.
No, wait. Let's just go back onto that. So like to be able to be samtong, right? Let's just say it for lack of a better term. Like you have to be emotionally invested, lah, right? Clearly. And would you say that you were?
I was
Okay.
100%.
Okay. 100%. Oh, whoa. Okay.
No, like, as in,
Adrian
as
is
in, like-
balls to the wall. 100.
Oh my god.
Bro, can
Ayo.
I don't think it has positive
This
connotations.
is becoming
This is becoming
more
very weird,
man.
especially with
Man,
what
there's
the
nothing weird
topic
about
we're
this.
talking about.
You're making
today.
it weird.
I mean, sure. Okay, yeah, continue. Isaac.
Isaac's coming out episode.
Nah. I ain't gay.
All right.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you for confirming.
Yeah, okay. Eddie, are you gonna go next, or am I gonna go?
No,
next?
you can go first. You seem like you're very raring to
Me?
go. Yeah.
No, I'm not. I'm very chill. Yeah, I think you should go first. Thank
Oh,
you.
okay. So for me, I feel like it was kind of not really similar to Adrian, but where do I start? I also don't know where to start.
Let's talk about let's talk about the beginning of the end.
The beginning of the end.
Yeah. Like how did it end up in you feeling like samtong? Like
Basically, I think it happened between me and another friend, but it's like we were both like pretty close lah, and we were both talking and everything. So it started off as a small disagreement, a small altercation, right? Which eventually sort of like blew up, and we end up not talking to each other for a while. That kind of thing. So
dude, are you talking about me?
did we ever stop talking for a while?
Yeah, we did.
Why? Why did we stop talking for a while?
I don't remember, but yeah. go
Maybe
on,
you're
go.
like the same girl.
Nah, that's never happened.
All
Honestly,
good-
that has never happened,
all
and
good
I'm
in the
grateful for
hood.
that.
All good in the hood.
Yeah, all good in the hood.
Yeah, but for me, I feel like that was just like an oversimplification of events lah, basically.
Yeah.
So it was
Right.
like, yeah, it didn't really end that well because it was like started disagreeing and stuff like that. Then like I wanted to like sort of make things work out. Then like
Mm.
the other party is sort of like it's sort of like, yeah lah, she didn't really like want to make it work out. I guess that's how I viewed it at that time lah, right? So it ended
Yeah.
up with like us just not talking for a period of
Mm.
time. Yeah.
Mm.
So that was it lah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So also some tonga after that.
I mean, of course lah. Like you said, when you're emotionally invested in, it can be anything lah, right? In a friendship or in a
That's true.
relationship, right? Then when you sort of like suddenly just like cut it off in a bad on bad terms, right? Of course, some tong
Yeah.
lah, right? You know,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah. Yeah. I think so you're done, right?
yeah. See, I told you you were very excited. I am done.
No, I'm not
You can't
excited.
wait to
What are you
share,
talking
man.
about? No, no. Okay. So basically, right,
The
I met
seafood of
I
heartbreak.
met this person. I'm not gonna specify guy or girl because I would like to keep things mysterious.
Ooh.
But yeah, I met this person on like a dating app, right? And then we hit off pretty well, I would say. And then like started talking and we exchanged like stuff, like contacts or something. Or
So-
I think it was, I don't know, somehow we started talking somewhere else lah, right? Then we started going out, right?
Balls
Then
to the
after
walls,
that-
ah.
Huh?
Balls to the walls, ah.
I don't think that's the right word, but yeah, I mean like then we started going out, then we started calling like every other night and all that. And then like
So cute.
after a while it just like I felt something off. Like it lasted for like maybe a few weeks or like a month sort of thing. And then like after a while it started to fizzle out lah. Then I was like, okay, something doesn't feel right. Then I was like, okay, maybe I should like okay, at that point of time I was thinking of confronting or
right.
just like playing it cool, you know? And like I was kind of stuck in between that two choices, I would say. Yeah. But then
Okay.
like it's like it was more of a, how do I say this? Okay, let me just continue with saying how it ended lah, right?
Yeah.
I think, oh my gosh, I can't even remember what happened. That was how recent it was.
No, that shows how samtong you really were, which is not really lah. No, lah.
No,
I'm
man.
kidding. I knew you were samtong.
Back off.
I knew you were samtong.
But yeah, I think it ended with
Ghosting.
ghosting, yeah. And then like out of nowhere, they just texted lah. Like they were like instead of me confronting, they just said it. And I think it was a very rough, like it's quite rough because like I don't know, it's like suddenly you get like 1 month of good stuff and then like it suddenly cuts off and then
Yeah.
it's like, whoa, you know, what happened? Then you ghost and then suddenly like the text comes, then I'm like, oh, okay, interesting. So yeah, I mean,
Right.
pretty weird experience. So I think for that I would rate it a negative 3 out of 10.
Negative.
We're rating experiences now. Are you? Do you have that many
Yeah.
experiences to
Am I
rate?
allowed to do that?
Yeah, sure.
No.
So,
Oh yeah, I am.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
Yeah,
sure,
but
negative 3 out
yeah,
of 10.
I think
Negative 3 out of 10.
yeah, negative 3 out of 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then I think like just adding on to it, like leading up to the text, right? Because the text was when everything like stopped, right? Like we would still call, you know. It's like it's like
Right.
she would it's like they would ghost, but then it's not like the obvious kind, you know. It's like, okay, no, I don't think obvious is the right
Do you
word.
think it was a
like-
gradual? It was a gradual process. Cause I know like Adrian, he mentioned something. It was like Was it very like sudden, like suddenly the person just suddenly like stopped talking to you? Right, Adrian?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah,
Like,
that's what ghosting is.
Oh.
yeah.
Oh yeah,
But
yeah,
then-
yeah.
But
But
then
some-
I also think that it happened gradually,
Gradually,
in the
yeah.
sense that
They take longer to
It's-
reply you.
Yeah,
you can
yeah.
tell that they're losing interest, that kind of thing, lah.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's like the Toy Story meme. I'm done playing with you, and then they just throw you,
Oh no,
throw
Oh,
the toy on the
shit.
floor.
that hits deep.
Oh shit.
That hits deep.
Adrian, I think you need to see therapist because I think that came
Hey.
from a very deep place in your heart. But
Maybe lah.
okay, but back to me.
Monash
back to me.
offering free
Oh,
therapy.
Monash offering. Okay, you go. Okay, but back to me. Okay, back to me.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think
Yes, main
um,
character.
No. Yeah, of course, main character vibes. But I think leading up to it, we still talk, and like we still call. So I was like, okay, maybe it's picking up again. You know what I mean?
Mm.
But then after that,
Mm.
right, Maratao like text when he come. Then okay. Then like that's when it ended lah. So then after that, I think I took like quite long to like kind of not quite long. I would say maybe I don't know how long. Do you guys remember?
Let me
Few months
let me
lah.
think. Yeah, probably few months.
Few months
No lah. Maybe
Yeah.
1 month, 2 months, few weeks, couple of weeks.
Couple of weeks. Yeah, I like that. I like the answer. I think I'll take that.
Very
But
vague,
yeah.
right? Couple.
Yeah,
weeks,
very vague.
Couple of
But
weeks.
I think that's. I mean, okay. I think out of all the stories that we've said, like I think it's pretty. Like I think all of them are pretty like illustrative of or like representative of how the modern dating kind of thing
Process.
kind of is, right? Like for Gen Zers, okay, for lack of a better term, because I don't like to call people teenagers. So I think we are not millennials, but we're kind of Gen Zers.
I feel like we
so
fall,
I think
un-
like
we fall under millennials or Gen Zs.
no, we're Gen Z.
We're Gen Zs.
Okay.
Yeah, even the 22-year-olds, I think they're also Gen Z. Like
Oh.
only the 26 and like people working now, like fresh grads,
Millennials,
they're millennials. Yeah.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But like I think all the stories that we've like kind of talked about are kind of like representative of like the not millennial, of the Gen Z dating scene, right?
Mm.
I would say. So like I think moving on to the next part, let's talk about how we coped with it, maybe, and like how did because I think the worst part about Samtong is, going through the aftermath, like,
Right.
after the break, then it's like, what are you going to do after that, so I think maybe we can talk about that for like a few moments
Or maybe
while I
before
drink some water.
before we talk about coping, right? Maybe do you guys think that at that point Samtong was like, or that particular thing was like necessary? Because like to think about whether it was necessary, you have to first think about whether the initial sort of relationship or friendship was sustainable in the first place, right?
Necessary, yeah. So
Necessary
like, what do you mean?
As in like, do you think it happened at the right time?
I don't
kind of
think anyone means for something to happen. It kind of
No,
it's a
it's-
natural process lah. It's
But
like
it's sort of like, sometimes
it's like a response to something.
because sometimes you might look back at the situation, you'll be like, oh, maybe if me and this person went on for a longer period of time, me and her wouldn't work out anyways. So it's sort of like looking back, after just 1 month she sort of called it quits. But even though it hurt,
Right.
it was sort of like looking back, it was sort of like yeah, maybe it was better that it happened sooner rather than later. Sort of like ripping the band-aid up quicker, not just like slowly.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, definitely. I think for my situation, it was like, it was good lah. Just rip the band-aid off quick. But then like, I think also leading up to it, it was very I don't know. I would say maybe I'm a very easily manipulated person or influenced person.
Why?
In that sense that I don't know, like they kind of fill your head with ideas and with like thoughts. So
Wait,
like,
were you
It's
were
like-
you being gaslighted?
oh shit.
Actually, what does gaslighting even mean? Like I
That's a
heard,
very interesting.
I hear that term being
statement.
thrown around a lot. I hear that term being thrown around a lot, like
Right.
gaslighting.
Okay. Gaslighting. Adrian, you know anything about gaslighting? I only know the gaslight when I pump petrol. When my car got like the blinking light, then that's when I know I have to go pump petrol.
I
Very
didn't know
nice.
gaslight is the one you stole from, right? You turn and then like tuck tuck tuck.
Oh yeah,
tuck,
yeah.
So basically, we're,
and then
You lighting gas on the.
so basically
Oh my gosh.
we're all ill-informed.
Oh yeah, we are all.
Let me go Google, because
Yeah,
Google is
Go ahead.
lifesaver. Gaslighting.
Lifesaver.
Okay, gaslighting is a form of emotional abuse that's seen in abusive relationships. It's the okay.
Whoa.
I think this is the one. Okay, because we talk about manipulation. It's the act
Yeah.
of manipulating a person by forcing them
Mhm.
to question their thoughts, memories, and the events occurring around them. So
Oh shit.
I don't think it's sort of what, but I feel like this is definitely a more
I don't think it's I think it's it's definitely a more
a
extreme
more extreme.
way to interpret it. But I think for mine, it's more of like a subtle kind of gaslighting, you know? Like like they didn't force me to like question everything, you know, in that sense that they didn't say, oh, as a you think it really happened? Huh? What if it's all in your head? Huh? You think we really went out? You just dreaming, you know, that sort of thing. But
Oh.
it's like I think it's after the fact that
Yeah.
like I kind of look back at it, then I kind of went like, hey, oh shit,
Yeah.
maybe they never really acknowledged it, and
Yeah.
they never like reciprocated in that sense. So yeah, I think I wouldn't say what happened to me was gaslighting. So it's like
I don't think it is lah.
I don't think it is, but then it kind of is. I don't know. I'm trying to sound deep, but
I mean,
I'm not really.
I feel like in the aspect of, I feel like this kind of thing, like questioning whether like the person, whether you meant that much to the person in the first place, that kind of questioning is sort of like a normal part of the process lah. Right?
Yeah.
I don't think
for
it's,
sure, for sure.
but I feel like gaslighting, like you said, is a more extreme form where it's sort of like you said just now.
It's
like,
more.
are
I
you
think it's
sure-
more extreme and it's
I-
more
yeah.
specific to a certain situation. Like
Yup.
it doesn't apply to most situations. I don't
Yup.
think. Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Adrian, what about you?
What gaslighting?
No, like about your previous heartbreak or the heartbreak you mentioned. Do you think it was sort of like
necessary?
Mm.
I think going back to the main question, right?
That happened. Okay, wait. I need to remember when that happened.
Oh, happened very recent. That's how I can remember.
Wow. Wait, shit. Okay, I think it happened.
this year?
No, I don't. I
Next
won't
year,
say when.
next year.
Next
In
year,
the future, bro.
Next
Right,
year.
right.
Next year.
You're having visions.
Yeah, I can see the future. But I think it was, to me lah. I didn't really think much about it, but coming to think of it now, I think it was necessary and unnecessary. Because I don't know, the whole thing felt like, the girl didn't take much from it. Partially because I was the one being emotionally invested in it, ma.
Right.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't say, like I don't blame that person. I never did blame the person, but somehow, I blame that person lah. You know, somehow, you know.
Yeah, I get it.
I think it's inevitable to blame the other person because like it's always because I think it's the way that you cope because you're trying to put yourself in, you're trying to rationalize your decisions. So like no way you're gonna say that you're in the wrong, you know.
You know,
Like,
like,
yeah.
Same thing with accidents, you know, like when you 撞车, you know, you're never gonna say
No lah.
I am the one who, you know, bang you. You know, it's always the guy. Oh, the guy just reversed into me, that sort of thing. You know. So
Okay, yeah, true.
I mean, like in
But-
the moment, like when you don't analyze it, and then like I mean, when you try and look at it in like from the first, from initially when you look at it, you always think that the person is in the wrong, because I think it's inevitable for me. Yeah, as well.
I mean, there's things like, you know, rumors.
Mm.
You can't really avoid them. So like I would say that point in time,
yep.
it was low key bad for me lah. Because I wouldn't say I didn't have anyone to talk to,
Mm.
but then again, I didn't want to open up because I don't trust a single person.
Oh shit.
So yeah, pretty serious
Yeah,
repercussions lah.
I wouldn't say so leh, but it was more of like
Then
I
why do you trust other
I
people?
don't know lah.
Because of the rumors, is it? Because everyone was spreading rumors, is it? Is that why you couldn't trust anyone?
That one was part of it lah, but most of it is it's just my personality, I guess.
Yeah.
I feel you.
No, I find
Um,
that guys are more like that also. Like,
True.
cause even
Mm.
for me, right,
Sound
when
my
I was
epic.
going through it, I didn't really talk to anyone about it. You know, it's like more of like a internal. Like for me, I think I sort of internalized it, and I think that was kind of bad,
Yeah.
but
Mm.
good in a way that I came to terms with it on my own. You know,
Hmm.
but
Mm.
bad because like I kind of let myself spiral lah, and I let myself go and all that. So I think, I think it's a guy thing. Yeah.
Definitely
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
Don't know, but I don't know. I would say, like the things happen. You know, like there's, like not I wouldn't say it's quite recent also, but this year lah,
Mm.
Oh, yeah, quite recent.
only
eh?
like
more recent than mine.
some.
Yeah, lor.
No, it never happened this year.
Oh.
It didn't happen this year, but like
The repercussions, is it?
this no this year, like some of like that person's friend, they only like got to know like, oh excuse me, got to know like
True story.
the real story and my end.
Your side of the story,
Um,
lah, basically.
Yeah, my side of the story. But the funny thing is, I cannot know the girl side of the story, so I'm just like, you know what, whatever lah. It's
Right.
What's
It's like
past
that
is
lah.
I
past.
think
Um,
some things are better left unknown. You know,
yeah.
you
But-
know about it, then what?
Yeah.
What would you do?
Nothing.
What
nothing
can you
to
do?
change
What
also.
can you do?
Exactly. Yeah.
Mm.
So yeah.
Mm.
Eddie,
I guess for me, I would say looking back,
Well, yeah. I'm actually curious. What do you think of it? Like
do you
to your
not
own
know?
question,
Do you not know?
because
I feel like you knew. I feel like you, both of you and Adrian know. I don't know. Okay, basically for me, I feel like looking back, I felt like even though it was tough at that time, right?
Mhm.
I do think it was necessary.
Mhm.
In the sense that it really, I wouldn't say whether it was necessary or not, but looking back, I would say that good things came out of it lah. In the sense that
Right.
both
right.
me and the other person, grew more in different aspects of life, I would say.
Yeah.
And it just allowed for other opportunities to take place lah.
Mm.
So I would say
Mm.
looking back, I do like me and that person is like we're on okay terms now, right? And we have like sort of like talked about what happened in the past and like sort of tried to reconcile things and resolve it a bit lah. And I think that we both agreed that it was necessary in the sense that it sort of like I said, good things came out of it lor.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
So I think.
it improved the friendship and stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
You're using very careful terms.
No, I'm saying that. Yeah.
No, but I think just to like wrap up that segment, right? I think it's like regardless of whether it's good, regardless of whether of whether it was good or bad, like we still learn something out of it, and I think that's
The most important part.
the most important part of heartbreak or samtong in that sense. Because like for Eddie it turned out good. For Adrian, it turned out. What would you think it turned out? Good, bad?
Not so great.
Not
Not the
so
best. Not the best.
Not the best. Yeah, I think for me also not the best. But at least like we got a plethora of options.
Yeah.
Of possibilities and outcomes that we have right here. So yeah, that was great. I think like just to like wrap it up with one last point. How did we? I think let's just talk about how we like coped and how we healed in that sense. Heal is such a weird word, like where am I healing from?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, it's very like, yeah, but I guess it's very important because some people just like sort of like they leave it and they sort of like, it's okay, it's fine, just leave it.
Yeah.
And then it becomes like a wound, right? Like suddenly you start getting infection and everything, and it becomes worse off than
You get gangrene.
gangrene. Basically the situation becomes like worse than it was before for you lah, right?
Yeah.
The other person like
Yeah.
might have just moved on or whatever.
Yeah. And I think that's something that is not really talked about, I guess, enough. Because I think like we always talk about the attraction and like the dating
Yeah.
and the red flags, but like I don't think we really talk about how to deal with the gangrene, you know.
Yeah.
So I think it's good that we're talking about it.
And I feel like especially for guys as well, because I don't know lah, but the guys I know,
dude.
like I said lah, like I personally like, maybe not so much Adrian, but for Isaac, I was with you through that part of your life, and even earlier
No,
on,
you weren't.
I was like I was there, I was there, but you didn't turn to me, and I guess like even in my when I was like, you know, in my samtong phase, I knew you were there, but I also didn't
But you
want
didn't
to
also.
turn
You
to
see,
you.
it's a guy thing.
Yeah,
I
it's a
said
guy thing because
thing.
it's sort of like some things you want to resolve on your own. But I would say that, okay, maybe let me start lah, right? I would say that the important thing I learned out of it is to always have a good community and a close circle of friends that you can turn to lah. Like for me, I know that I know how I dealt with it in the past was trying to reason with myself and internalize everything and try to like, you know, work an outcome from there. But I would say that now, if I ever go through the same situation again, I will definitely try to open up to a few people lah, like you two and like a few other close friends that I have. Not so much to like, being like accountable is one thing lah, but sometimes it's really important for you to just get a third opinion and to just voice out your frustrations lah. And it's important to find friends that you know can just be there to like listen to you rant, you know.
Yeah. I think adding on to that, I think what you mentioned was great because like I think you do need a third opinion, like you need a third person's point of view.
Correct.
Because like when you're in it, you don't see it, you know.
Yeah.
Like when you're in it, you only see your point of view. And like when you introduce a third party, then that's when they can come in and sort of like I wouldn't say mitigate. Is mitigate the right word? I don't know. But they sort of like just calm you. You just calm you down because like they help you see from a more rational perspective lah. I would say.
It's true. I agree. I agree with that.
Yeah. I think for me, right, how I coped or how I dealt with it is like I said before, I didn't really reach out to anyone. I didn't really talk about it. I just sort of sat in my room because it was also MCO at that time, so like nowhere I could really go.
True.
So it's like, okay, I'm just sitting there. I'm staring at my phone. I'm staring at my screen. I go for classes. Then I stare at my phone again. I stare at the wall. I stare at the ceiling. You know, it's like a repeated process of it. So it's like I would say that I came to terms with it after a while. And that's only when I felt like I was okay with talking about it, you know, because I think, okay, wow, I'm really playing it up here, you know. I'm like really like talking about it like it was very life changing, but it's not. It's a very insignificant part of my life, but it just happened recently, which is why I'm talking about it. But I think that it's good to talk about it, but it's okay if you don't want to talk about it as well. You know, it's like a
definitely
Yeah, because I feel like it depends on you as a person, like whether you have come to terms with it. Because imagine, I'm fresh out of it, then I talk to someone about it, and then that someone spouts like random shit, you know, and then like starts talking about like, you know, a lot of like okay, like when you're hot off the, for example, okay, I'll just use a cooking example for now, okay? Imagine you are a piece of steak, right? Delicious. You know how like after you cook steak, you have to let it rest, okay?
Yep.
Imagine you don't let it rest. You just introduce it to the plate and then you start cutting it, you know? Then like it's not gonna bode well for the steak because, you know, it needs time to rest off the heat, right? So I would akin not talking about it yet to something like that, because like you have to come to terms with it. You have to let it rest for a bit before you can start cutting it open and start analyzing what actually happened, you know, and like start processing it.
I mean that's why I said lah, like it's important to find someone that just sits there and listen, because sometimes you don't really need a third opinion yet. Like what you say, I do understand that sometimes it's sort of like you just fresh out of the oven and fresh off like whatever steak analogy that you just gave lah, right? Like I do understand the real life concept of that, but it's sort of like you don't really want a third opinion yet. You know, it's sort of you just wanna just rant and just like
Yeah.
cuss or whatever, right? And it's important to just
Yeah.
find a person that can just sit there and like, okay, yeah, listen,
Yeah,
listen,
and going back to that,
Mm.
metaphor, I think the person who is listening, the listener, is a chef who is watching it. You know, who's watching the
Mm.
steak as it's resting. You know,
Wow.
because they can't wait to eat it. But yeah,
What?
I digress. back to your stop story, please.
Okay, Adrian, what about you? Love to hear from you.
How I healed. I would say I shut up, man. That time, that point in time, I
Yeah.
did shut up a lot.
Same lah,
Um,
same for all of us lah.
Yeah, I think it's like what Isaac said. It's a boy thing.
Mm.
Most boys don't really talk about how they feel
Yeah.
because
It's just
they
weird.
don't see the point to talk about it.
I get it.
But I healed based on I would say like I talk to myself,
Oh,
Okay.
which is very weird.
Okay, okay.
you talk to
So
yourself.
I'm a person that that's super self-aware. I would like to think I'm very self-aware.
Wow, that's good.
And I analyze a lot of things, even the smallest, teeny tiniest things that isn't really necessary.
Oh,
But during that time, I would say I was like as low as your surname, man, Isaac.
Oi.
But
Don't drag my don't drag my name into this. Yeah, but go ahead, go ahead.
but
I'll allow it. I'll allow it.
but like that time I just didn't have anyone to talk to because I don't know. I think I didn't want to talk to anyone because that time also I was like going through a lot of stuff. Not only like relationship. I mean it was relationship, but relationship heartbreak doesn't always is not always necessary about like what's it, romantic
Yeah, correct,
relationships.
correct.
It can be
Mm,
like
yeah.
friendships, family,
Yeah, yeah.
things like
Right,
that.
right.
So it was a mess back then. So it took some time for me to like properly dissolve and get rid of the gangrene,
Yeah.
But I wouldn't say I've gotten rid all of them. Because I still keep a lot of things to myself.
Okay.
Okay.
But I am glad that I have found someone to talk about it lah. And I would say even now, like, I wouldn't say I'm at the best point, in my life, but like you all covered it lah. Just like find someone to really talk about, and I think is to really, forgive lah. I would say forgive is a big word,
Oh
It is.
yeah.
Forgiving is like it's not as easy as it seems. Like you can say you forgive that person, but you are still holding a grudge against that person.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Um,
true.
But I don't know, man. I felt like I don't know. I feel like I'm a superhero because like from no okay, hear
Damn,
me
you're
out. Hear
Superman
me out.
now.
No, I'm like a psychic superhero. So like
Okay. Go ahead.
from that I wouldn't say it's heartbreak also because we weren't really a thing. Like we never there wasn't a clear cut saying that you're my boyfriend or you're my girlfriend. I wouldn't say if that person is a boy or girl too. But
You already
then
You're just
Okay, it's fine.
no, I say boyfriend and girlfriend.
No,
I
but
never
before
s-
that you did say it's a she.
her.
But it's okay. Go on.
Oh, maybe I'm just
Yeah.
gaslighting.
Oh my god. Oh, okay.
But
Okay.
just kidding.
Application.
Just kidding. But where was I? What did I say?
Superhero,
Uh,
psychic, Superman.
Oh,
Psychic
superhero, yeah. Yeah. So like from that situation, I've learned to like read so many people just because I spend so much time talking to myself and like
Whoa.
staying silent most of the time.
Wow.
Right. Okay, what do you guys okay, I think let's just end it off with one like thought, right? Do you think that it is okay for men to keep it in all the time? Because I think when you keep it in, right, like it often is like the carpet lah. You sweep things under the
Yeah,
carpet,
correct,
right? Then like the carpet piles up, and then until it turns into a big like hill. So like, what do you guys think about that? Do you think it's like healthy, not healthy? What are your thoughts?
I think it is for some people,
Okay,
but not everyone should do it.
it is for some
Um,
people lah. Okay.
Yeah, I think it's okay to keep things to yourself. Be a private person.
No, but I think being a private
yeah,
person
I
is not quite related to this, because
Correct,
like this one is like
I get what you mean.
Yeah,
It's like
you know?
sharing your thoughts and everything, opening up. I would say it is because sometimes you just need some time to yourself. To just really think about it, I mean, like how I deal with it is like I don't want to see anyone. I don't want to talk to anyone because I want to think about it myself first, and then after that I only look for
Yeah.
an
Opinions,
accountable person.
Yeah.
Yeah. I,
Okay.
So that's my POV.
Yeah, I feel like for me, right, I think we should establish what does it mean to like keep it in, correct? I feel like keep it in
Okay.
is more like, for me, how I view it is that no one should keep it in the sense that there should always be a form of release for that person.
Yeah.
You don't really have to share, okay? Like we said, like there's no magic bullet, these kind of things, right? So you don't have to share. You can keep it to yourself and just think it over and think it through. Nothing wrong with that. But there has to be a form of release in whatever way lah, creatively, or as long as no violence is involved. We don't condone violence, right? So
You can just punch a wall. That's what I do all the time.
I don't think that's very healthy, but okay. Yeah, so it's more because having been the person who has swept things under the carpet and let it explode, having been that person and having been on the receiving end of someone who has done so.
Are you
know
talking
what
about me again?
No, maybe.
Okay.
No, but yeah, I mean, I'm just saying that I've been on both sides of the spectrum. Like I've been that person and I've received from another person, and I don't think that like you can sweep things under the carpet for forever. There has to be a boiling point. You reach a tipping point where you cannot contain everything and it just spills out one way or another, right? So I would say for me, even though I sort of went through my samtong moment alone, or like I figured things out by myself, I felt like one thing that really helped me was music. Because remember, like Isaac, we had this like emo, we made this like
don't bring that up
we
again.
made this
No.
basically Isaac and I were emo at the same time, so we made this sad boy
no.
playlist, right, that we all shared, that we both shared, and we added songs to it. So it's out now. Yeah, but basically I feel like that point of time, music really helped me like get in touch with my feelings. And like that's why up to this point I still have like a soft spot for like acoustic songs or even like breakup songs, that kind of thing, because it connects back to like a memory or during that time, that kind of thing.
Yeah,
like
I have stayed in the same musical genre
I have
that you've been listening to for the past I don't know
have.
how many years.
And like
Move on.
no, it's sort of
Move
like
on.
I do enjoy that feeling of like being sad sometimes, not in a depressing kind of way, right? But it's sort of like yeah, there has to be a form of release, lor. Whether you listen to music and you cry, that's a form of release, right? Or whether you choose to write songs or what, you know how a lot of guys after breakup they write songs on become songwriter or yeah.
I think it's just you, man.
why is it just me? No lah, you see overseas all got a lot. But I'm just saying that there has to be a form of release. That's what I'm trying to get at.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's a good place to wrap it up. So yeah, final closing words. Shoot. Don't. Okay, I think I'll go first. Right. I think to wrap it up, I think just don't keep it in. Don't keep everything in. It's good to keep it in to a certain extent. You know, don't let it affect everyone around you, because when it starts affecting people around you, that's when you need to let it go. You know, because like if you keep boiling it up, you're gonna like the anger or like the emotions that you are not releasing are gonna manifest itself in different ways.
Correct.
And different like things, aspects of your life.
Yeah.
Which can prove to be detrimental in some cases, speaking from experience. So yeah, don't do that. Not advised. I'm not professional, but it's not advised. Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Hello.
Anyone else?
And one more thing for all the younger kids who are watching, okay, it's not the end of the world, okay? Just because the boy or the girl don't like you back, it's not the end of the world. Life still has
there's
to go on.
plenty of fishes in the sea, man.
Yeah, but then
Life's a beach.
do you see that meme or not? Where they say like, when my dad says there are many fishes in the sea, then the fishes in the sea, then they show pictures of like monster
Oh.
fish, like damn ugly on the fishes. Damn funny, bro. I saw it. I was like, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
But for me,
But yeah.
my dad says there are many trees in the forest. He doesn't say many fish in the sea. So he says.
Yeah, but then the trees in the forest are all like you
all
know.
got termites inside.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
Okay. Adrian, anything?
Closing thoughts. And relax ah.
Relax.
Okay.
Relax, chill.
Relax ah.
Yeah.
Chill lah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Wow. Yeah. Yeah, with that, I think that will be it for this episode. Thanks for watching. If you stayed till the end, big ups to you. You're a champ. Thank you for watching. And if you've enjoyed it, please leave a like and share this with a friend who you think it might be helpful for. I don't know. Who it might. No, I don't know what I'm saying. But I think, what else I have to say? Follow us on Apple Podcasts and Spotify, and also Instagram at everythingunderthesun.pod, which stands for podcast. And also stay safe and stay hydrated and don't die. Thank you.
Yes, you're welcome.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
See you next week.
See ya.